What's up and welcome back, guys, to the What's Up podcast. It's great to have you guys back here. I'm here on a Tuesday afternoon and I've got a very special guest. Someone who, if you're being honest and if you know Warriors content, he's one of the OGs in terms of the Warriors content and has filled us with great humor and laughter over the years, and sometimes too true to be real. We've had to, as Warriors fans, but I'm great to have him on the show and to have some of his precious time. As all our guests do give up their time. Josh Gage, man, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks. I've been watching the podcast today, and I'll be like, man, I wonder if I'll get a call up. Like, I dropped you a couple of hints too. Like, oh, bro, I'm free. Bro, I'm free whenever. Like, I'll take a day off work, whatever, bro. Like, I'm free. Talk to me, bro. But nah, I've enjoyed your. Thanks for the intro. What a gun intro. I've enjoyed your podcast, though, bro. I like the reviews that you do, because normally, like, majority of Warriors fans don't really break down a game, bro. They'll just, he's useless, sack him. Or he's rubbish, get rid of him. But I really like how intricate you become. It's good, bro. It's intelligent thoughts, bro. So, man, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks, my man. I appreciate it. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, thanks, guys, for joining us. We had a great time. No, awesome, man. Appreciate that. Look, guys, we're going to break down the Dragons game a little bit, do a little bit of a preview of the Dolphins as well coming up. Then we're going to do an inventory. We're just going to break down where we're at right now. There's a lot to talk about, and good to hear Josh's views on that. We'll talk a little bit about finals, because it is really literally right around the corner, and talk about a little bit about Josh's journey. A bit of his biography, if he doesn't mind sharing a little bit about that. So we're going to get into that right now, guys. Here we go. Okay, guys, I think it was 18-6 in the end at Mount Smart Go Media Stadium. Look, a grind-out type of game. I think a lot of people were saying that, we need to blow this team out. I felt, though, that it was going to be one of a tight one, and it ended up being tight. A few injuries, few niggles. Josh, bro, what did you make of that one for you on last Friday?
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about it just before the game, bro. I had 10 points differential. I thought we were going to win by 10. I thought it was going to be closer than a lot of people thought.
Yep.
Just watching the Dragons the week before. And the Dragons are a gun team, bro. I thought for the majority of the game they played real well, man. So, yeah. I thought we were lucky's not the word, bro. I think we worked hard enough, but we didn't help ourselves with a few errors, bro, that we just seem to bring back in our game. We seem to lapse a bit, and that's. But I'm sure Webbie's talking to the boys about that now. Like, if I'm a fat fellow with no hair that sits on the couch, bro, and can see that, I'm sure he can see that, bro. So, I don't have any credentials, bro. So if I can see it, he can. But no, I think all in all, it was a good game, bro, from both teams. Yeah, from both teams. Yep. And I knew that St. George would lift going over to Go Media Stadium, bro, going to Mount Smart, and that's a thing too, bro. Like, I'm a bit not pissed off about, but I'm like, man, all these cockabum teams that come to NZ, bro, to Aotearoa, and play there in front of this grand final like crowd, they lift their game, bro. Like, bro, go back to your dumb stadium with 32 people, bro. Don't come over here, bro. Don't come over to Aotearoa, bro, and then raise your game, bro, because the atmosphere's done. Like, and the atmosphere there, bro, looks primo. Like, I don't know where that was a couple of years ago, but it looks really awesome, bro.
Yeah, no, it is, bro. I mean, yeah, I'm with you, bro. They played really well. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, we're like creating this grand. They think it's their grand final moment, so they're all stepping up. But no, that's a real interesting one. Bro, I just want to talk about. Are you starting to feel like I'm starting to feel this a little bit? Are you starting to feel we're getting a few calls? Like, I know, but I want to see, is the correlation between getting calls just being a better team now, or is it actually just they've got something, they're trying to build us up, and then come finals they're gonna do some dodgy calls against us? What's your thoughts, bro, in that space?
Oh, you don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, I should have said it. I put it in existence. My bad. Sorry. Take that back. I'll delete that one.
You put it out there, bro. You put it out there. Yeah. I feel like that too, bro. When I'm watching a couple of the calls, even the week before we played Manly, I was like, oh, they're just giving this to us now because we're selling our crowds, but I think And I look at the other coaches too, and like Ricky Stewart, I'm like, bro, just get you a CEO from a sponsor, bro, that's going to say something, man. Get the big guy to go in there.
yeah. You got to get Telstra, bro. Get one of the big ones.
Get one of your sponsors to go. Yeah, bro. Get one of the big. KFC, bro. Get the CEO of KFC. Yeah.
Hey, they do the bunker, don't they? They do the video of the KFC or the ginger beer or Wonder Beer.
They do. Yeah. It is, bro. And that used to be like, I'm sure that was like our kryptonite, bro, too, because the boys would be looking at the screen and see like $10 for 10 wings, you know, on Tuesdays, and they're like, oh, let's forget about the game. They did that on purpose, bro. And then the boys would be like, oh, yo, $10, bro, 10 wings on Tuesdays. Boom, they score, bro. You know, like the other team scores. So, no, I think, I hope not, bro. But I feel like you're right, bro. And I feel like we're gonna get some pretty bad calls come our way come finals time that are gonna be crucial. And I don't know if it's because I'm just gonna be looking out for that or what. But yeah, I think you might be onto something there, bro.
Like the ground, what's the one, the Sloan one where he lifted the ball? I actually thought that was grounded. I know he was lifting the ball up, but it's like, oh, usually because you've kind of pushed off. I don't know, bro, but I felt like he grounded the ball. You know when Adam scored that last try. What was your thoughts on that one?
Oh yeah, bro. There was even that first try, bro. Even right from the kickoff. In my mind, if I'm a Warrior supporter and that happened, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah. No, you did a little bit. I was like, there was no conclusive evidence. I was like, oh, I think that's a try, actually.
That's it. Yeah, and they obviously got their honey packs and fry bread up in the bunker that like somebody just randomly sent at that time.
The door just opened up. Oh, sorry, we forgot these.
Oh, is your honey and your fry bread? But yeah, there was even a couple of tackles, but even their 6 against, bro. They didn't get 6 again for ages, and I was like, oh, you know, because I know what it's like being on the other end of those calls, but you know, but sucks to be you, bro, St. George. Sucks to be you, bro.
Yeah, no, I totally get you, brother. Yeah, that game, I think I look back on that game, again, just a similar thing since the Titans, like, kind of there, we're grinding out wins. I think the mentality is like, we're not winning well, but we're winning. Do you think there's any value in that, bro, in terms of actually just winning, bro? Because we couldn't win before. So there's actually value. I feel there's a bit of value. I know people want these, you know, amazing tries, really solid defense. I think we got a better defensive effort. I think we can fairly say that. But there's something about winning. And I think fans, I'm getting mixed views on a lot of fans that, that's not really a win. But there is. What's your thoughts on that space, the mentality space, bro?
Very well. It's well, what we used to do, bro, is we used to lose, right? Like we would be winning a game, and then we would lose, bro. We knew how to lose a game. We just didn't know how to win a game and close it out. And I have the same conversation with fans, bro. Like, oh, you know, it's only the Tigers, or you know, it's only St. George. We're just beating the bottom teams, bro. But in this competition, bro, honestly, like first was beaten by last, bro. Like the Tigers beat the Panthers, so that just shows you how close the competition is, and I don't think there's any easy game, bro, in this competition in the NRL. And whoever like wins this competition, like is your all-out best, you know, man? Because I think it's really, really good competition at the moment. But coming back to the boys winning, bro, I think they're winning hard, bro. They're winning strong and they're winning hard, and when you get to those finals sort of areas, bro. Like that's how you win. You win hard.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. No, absolutely, bro. I know what you mean.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I got you, brother.
I would never just say just a win.
Yeah. I'm actually with you in that space. Like, it's like there's value to continual winning, man. Like building a winning mentality, and even though it's not dominant, I think there is value to winning. We haven't been winners before in our history. We know that. And these aren't lucky. I don't even feel these are lucky wins. Yeah, we're getting some calls, but if you look at the totality of the game, we're actually dominating every area, like through the middle. I'll try to think. I was going to think of like the minutes. How many minutes has the opposition been in the lead over the last 5 or 6 weeks, as opposed to us being in the lead? If you totaled the minutes up, it's probably 90 to 10%, maybe. You know, I'd say. I think there's value to that. Just control dominance.
What do you mean 90% that we've been in?
Yeah, we've been in the lead.
In the lead, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Maybe the Manly game we were behind, but we haven't been behind. I don't think. Oh, maybe the Titans at first try, and a few other ones. Yeah. But anyway, I was just thinking, bro. There's some value to that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Yeah, that's a good thought, bro. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I never thought of it like that, but yeah.
Yeah, like we've never been like. I mean, remember the Sharks game at the start of the year where we were behind, like we were down 20 points, like we had to chase those points. Like maybe the Rabbitohs was the last game we were like, okay, we're out of this game. But I think for 5 or 6 weeks now we've been solid. Like maintaining the course of the game. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. I think that's that makes a good wrap up, bro, on that part of the review, bro. We'll go into the podium now, guys, and we'll get the 3, 2, 1 off Josh. Okay, my bro. The gold, silver, and bronze. Bro, who'd you have for your gold medal for the Warriors in that game, man?
Yeah, it's bro. Everyone says it, but I don't want to sound cliche, but SJ for me, bro. Just as he makes. Yeah, and a lot of people have said it anyway, bro, that he's doing the small things right. He's controlling the game right. He's controlling the tempo of the game. He's really instrumental. It was out of him, and I know I'll probably bring him in at number 2 or number 3, but he doesn't get enough. Is Sirenen, bro? Like, he comes on. Yeah, he'll come on and he comes into crucial moments of the time, but he made these crucial tackles, bro, that needed to be made. And he just, I don't think he gets enough, but I won't give him a gold. He doesn't deserve a gold. He might get a bronze. But yeah, so SJ, bro. Sorry, SJ.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. Sean is just far out, man. You need elite halves play, in this age, at this end of the year. The fact that he's maintained his performance, far out. Because he talked about, I heard him slipping that he was talking to that some fella, Dan Hasler. I think it was his psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever. And I think that's been helping him, just sort of stay in the game a bit. You can tell he's just in the zone a lot, But I'd love to talk to that fella Dan Hasler about what he's been doing with him, playing Sudoku or some type of crosswords. What is he? I wonder.
I think the stars have aligned too, though, bro. At the same time, for SJ. Yeah. He's just more comfortable at home. He's matured as a player, and I honestly believe getting not being picked for the Kiwis, bro, in the last round.
Oh,
I saw him tear up a bit when he didn't get picked, bro, and I don't know. For me personally, I was like, bro, this dude's gonna turn around. He's gonna turn a corner, man. And I followed him through the off season, and I spoke to Webbie about him too. And bro, he was training hard. He was training exactly what he needed to train. And he was getting the right people around him, showing him different things. So, yeah.
Cool.
I think the stars just aligned a bit for him, bro. Yeah.
What are you saying about right people around him, bro? Right people, that's so important, having the right people around you in your support network or whatever it is, especially in footy. So when he shared that guy, there's that guy, Dan Hasler, helping him in his mental side. He's probably got conditioning coaches. His footy coach, and obviously, like you said, bro, just in a golden time in his life right now. Now, I'm with you, bro, for the gold. Absolutely. Silver, who do you have for your silver, bro?
Oh, bro. Probably Walker, bro. Walker, not for his attack, more as a defense, really. But, Walker he adds another dimension, bro, when he comes off the bench. And I've never seen, probably since Craig Wing, bro. have you seen a player that
Ooh.
comes on off the bench and alters the game? Oh, see what I did
That's
there?
a throwback, bro. That's a throwback. Oh, if you know your footy, yeah, you know Craig Wing out. Oh, that was a good one now.
Yeah, bro.
I felt that one hit me. That hit me hard. That hit me hard. That one. That was a good one.
Wing was playing. Yeah, bro. That was right in there. So I sounded real intelligent too, bro. I sounded real intelligent.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So,
but actually, right. You're actually right though. Craig Wing was like exactly what you said.
Yeah, come off the bench and just change the game, bro. And
yeah, bro.
And I think that's what he's got. I think that's what he does for that team, bro. He just adds another dimension. And his defense too, bro. His defensive reads, and that comes from experience. And you forget how long Walker's been around for, bro. Like, he's been around for ages, bro.
Yeah,
he's been around for.
He's funny, bro. I noticed something straight away, bro. Is that you can just see the experience between him and Metcalf, the difference, eh? He literally when he got put out to 5'8", the first thing he did was kick a ball and goal and got a repeat set, I think.
Yeah, bro.
But Metcalf has it.
Yeah.
He just knows the game and like he's not afraid to overcall SJ if he feels. Whereas I think Metcalf is still young and there was one thing I noticed straight away. I was like, oh, see, that's what 5'8" does, just to take a bit of pressure off Sean and mix it up. And he's not perfect, obviously, but yeah.
I think with that mentality too, bro, when you idolize, like Metcalf said it so many times, he idolizes SJ, right? So it's going to be hard for you to tell your uncle, like, nah, we're going to McDonald's, not KFC, sort of thing. Uncle wants to go there, uncle's going there. So I think he's got a bit of that mentality, which is where, like, Walker's like, no, bro. We're not going anywhere near there. We're going to go and get some salads because we're fat, bro. So I think that's what he has, because he's got that experience, bro. Playing, and he brings that. He's got that kind of respect behind him, bro. So, I'm with you, and I think you mentioned it as well. It just shows how much. When you mentioned it in one of your talks, I think, bro, your live straight after the game, you're talking about Walker. The moment he came on, went into 5'8", it was like he just clicked into gear. And we're talking about Te Maire, where Te Maire, or how he would fit in there, and I think he would have slot straight into that role, upon what you were saying, bro. So
yeah, I think he will too, bro. Bronze, bro, who'd you have there?
Suriname, bro.
Sarah Suriname, yeah, yep.
I never used to like him, bro, because I was like, I felt like we just bought him just to buy him, bro. Like I felt like he was just like it's gonna sound ratchet, bro, but like a free barbecue cover that you get with your barbecue, sort of a thing. Like it was just an accessory, but he's really changed my mind, bro. He makes this crucial tackles that and even when Wade Egan gets injured, bro, the barbecue cover comes out, bro, and he does his job. When Wade Egan's been injured, and he said, "Come on at hooker, bro," and it's not Wade Egan, but he's still there to play that part. So he's a good accessory, bro, for the barbecue. Yeah.
That's what Luke Brooks needs to say. Barbecue cover, huh? Get Suriname with you, huh?
Oh, bro. Bro, that was a sad joke.
That was so sad.
What a crack up joke, bro.
Oh,
bro.
That was embarrassing,
Benji, bro. That'll be Benji all over, bro. Benji would have done that.
Yeah, it's a G up, bro. Hard. Suriname, man. I'm with you. I'm totally. I think the first time we've had a coach that actually has been able to, and this is why he's coach of the year, and there's no doubt in my mind he is. I don't care all the stuff about Kevy Walters. No, this guy, none of these guys were Webbie's signings apart from Te Maire. And he just literally said, I'll take whatever you've given me and I will put it together. And I think he's done a similar thing with Suriname, where you look at it and it makes sense what he does. And I think you got to credit Webbie, because no other coach really, like, we can, I know we're not coaches, but we can still see value of what a person's supposed to do when they come on, and you couldn't see that in the last couple of years. Whereas now you see, man, he's so important. You don't realize it, but this guy's very important. If you lose a player and he comes in, he comes in at random times, eh? He doesn't get a nice, Walker comes in on the 20-minute, he's softened up. He might be there minute 2. Someone got a HIA, so he's got to start from scratch, or he might be there 65th minute, where, totally different energy, and he's really good at just mixing it up and finding his place when he can, bro. So I'm bro, totally with you on that.
Bro. That's exactly it.
It is. It's a massive skill.
That's exactly
it is a massive skill. Yep. Not many can do it, bro. Actually, if not many can do it. There's word that he might not. Webby said he might not be coming back, bro. What's your thought on that? Should we re-sign this guy?
I've heard the same thing, bro, from a fairly reliable source.
Yep.
Actually, as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure, bro, because on one hand, it just depends on what Webby's got in store for next year, like what his plan will be. Like now, he gets a shot at it. You know, he gets to create his team, and I think currently what it looks like, he suits the team. But moving forward, depends who they bring in too, bro. And I hope that, well, what I'm hearing is that they're going to promote from within. So they're going to bring up boys from the New South Wales Cup. So if that happens and that gives someone else an opportunity, then I'm really happy for that and sad at the same time. But yeah, I can see the benefits and the positives and negatives, bro.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure.
I think this isn't the end product as well. What the squad that we got right now. I think if you actually think about it, there's another couple levels. This squad will change into a different animal. I mean, the animal that we have right now is awesome. It's going to be a different type. I reckon even the years to come through. So
I'm with you, bro. Webby's got to be coach of the year because you think about it, bro. He was in the finals all the way last year, right? For the grand final with Penrith, he was committed to Penrith solely with Penrith, and then because he was supposed to coach Samoa, bro, to the World Cup. He was going to go and help coach with them. And yeah, bro, he was in he's got some Samoa hoodies, bro. I was going to ask him, bro, you don't need those. But yeah, he was. And then, so you got the players that went to the World Cup, you got the players that played NRL, then players that went to the World Cup, then they came back, then they got a rest, then they got to train, and then they break, bro, for Christmas, and then they come back. And that's why I was like, bro, this fella's got about 3 years before he can do anything. Yeah. But, yeah, bro, the way he's just, like you said, man, he just got a blueprint. This is the team. Do what you can do with the team. And, bro, it's amazing. I think he's coach of the year as well. In my book, he's coach of the year anyway.
No, it is, bro. It has to be, for sure, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, that wraps up the podium, guys. Look, man, that was a really good talk about some of our guys that we don't usually talk about on here. So I appreciate Josh sharing that one. And that's the detail that we have to look into some of our players, man. They're very vital, and I credit that to Siren and Walker and that. So that sums up the podium, guys. We're going to go into a little bit of a preview now of the Dolphins game coming up this Saturday, I think. Yeah, and we'll get into that right now. Okay, bro. We've got the Dolphins this week. It feels really weird. I'm going to be honest. I feel like the regular season should have been over like last week or a week ago. This game's just got a weird vibe to it. I can't put my finger on it. I'm like, it's like I don't really want to play or I'm getting that vibe now with the talk around the Broncos and that, bro. We started a little bit early today due to time constraints, but that team list will be out in an hour and a half. We'll both know by then what Webby's plan is, bro. But how do we approach this game, bro? There's kind of a little bit of value into it, but if Broncos and Storm are going to throw it, and you kind of you choose between third and fourth, and do you throw the game? What's your thought, bro? What's your thoughts on this one?
Ooh. It's a tough one. You know what it is too, bro. I think because we've never really talked about finals, bro, at this time of the year, which makes it even weirder. Let's be honest, bro. It's been so long, bro.
You're at third base for the first time in your life, and you're like, what am I doing here? I don't know what to do.
Bro, it is, bro. It is. You know, that even like you're hooking up with a girl and you're like, oh no, what do I do now? Like, I've only watched it on TV. I've only watched it on my phone. What do I do? But yeah, because I don't. Yeah, like we talked about it earlier. I don't think anyone expected us to get this far. I expected us to get to the top 8. If I'm being honest, I thought we would, and I thought we'd do really well this year. But yeah, I think that's what's weird too, bro. Like, because now we're saying stuff like, do we throw a game? We're already in the finals, so do we throw a game? I don't think we do. I don't think I don't think Webbie will. We'll see once the team comes out. The team hasn't come out yet, but I think he'll rest the players that he needs to rest, and he'll play the players that he needs to play. I think, bro. And the Dolphins will put together, they'll put together their best team that they've ever had, bro, and they'll still lose. But yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's a hard one, bro. It's weird, eh? It is weird. But I don't think they throw it. I think Webbie will obviously he'll rest Tohu, bro. I think Tohu gets rested, and I think if Mitch Barnett's good, he comes back in. Would I rest SJ? I probably would because I feel like we've got enough in Volkman, but at the same time, would I bring in Temaire Martin and SJ to give them a combination, at least one game?
Yep.
Pending, I mean, Metcalf might be sweet, bro, but, I don't think he is, but he might be sweet. But, yeah, actually, that's a hard one.
It's a tough one. It's a real
I think we go to win it, bro.
Okay, cool. I'm actually with you. I'm with you in the sense that I feel like our style of play and everything we've done, like I don't think there's anything else left to say. It's kind of like, in a way, like we know what we do. We're very good at what we do. There's, we've had the odd mistake, but for the majority, we've been doing pretty well. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. If you want to roll out SJ and Tamaire, and particularly run through some attacking sets where you're going to work together, link play, or if you feel like you want to give SJ a run, then give Tamaire a lot of ball to get volume through his legs. There's heaps of different ways to look at it. And then Tohu, it's a good opportunity for the likes of our four. You remember in the start of the season, in the preseason, when our four and that were playing, in the Tigers game, I remember seeing, and I was like, man, all these guys have been practicing their ball playing. So maybe it's a good time for them just to, get through some of their first receiver touches, get familiar, because you never know what could happen in the finals. Do you think Williami will get selected, bro? Kind of take Berry off for a little bit. Or?
Yeah, I don't know, bro, because he's a bit of an odd one, eh? He's been an odd pickup, bro, to be honest. And I feel like Williami has done more off the field than he has on the field, bro. Like he's been brought in to do stuff off the field, if that makes sense, like to work in amongst the young fellas and bring the young fellas up. So, he probably will, bro. He probably will get a run, actually, because I can't see him getting much of a run moving forward. So this might be, might be Webbie's way of saying thanks, bro. So yeah, that's probably a good one, William, because he's safe. He's a safe player, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. I think he's a solid player too. No, that's good call it all, bro. I just wanted to touch on. I mean, we'll go into it later on, but we'll just do a score prediction now, bro. And what do you think how do you think the game will go? Dolphins kind of at the end of their run, probably tired, want to throw. They've done well for what they've been able to achieve, but I'd be pretty surprised if they really come out with super energy. Maybe at the start of the game, but it's Mad Monday next week, pretty much for them. So. What do you think the score? Do you think we blow them out, or is this a tight one again?
No, I still think it's not. I think we win by about 12 or 14 points, bro. It just depends on how many points they score against us, and that'll show, I suppose, where our mindset is at the moment as well. How we defend, how well we defend. Again, and I think watching the Dolphins game, not that the end score didn't really show, but the Dolphins really threw that ball around, bro, and I feel like they'll do the same this game. I think Wayne's just going to go out and say, just throw the ball around. We've done what we came here to achieve, which was to be competitive, which they were throughout the first half of the year. Let's just go out there and have a bit of fun out there, boys, and throw the ball around. And if that starts happening, then for a team like us who's quite well, it's hard to say, but we're well structured in defence, bro. That could cause us some issues, but. I think 12, 14 points we beat them by, bro. I don't think it's a pumping.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I just don't think there's. I don't think. Yeah, I'm agree with you, bro. I don't think there's anything, especially in our situation, that I don't think we're pumping any teams at this time of year, bro. And pretty much we're trying to consolidate, bro. If we're really serious about it, like we want to get some energy, going into the finals. So, no, I'm with you, bro. 12 to 14. That sounds pretty good to me. Look, bro, we'll go into the inventory now. We've got a few hard questions we've got to talk about there, and we'll get into that right now, guys. Okay, man, we had the news about Tohu just drop on yesterday. That slowly softened, actually. I think it was initially 2 weeks. Now I'm hearing reports where it's actually a 1 week type thing. Could be mind games. I don't know. Metcalf, we're pretty confident from what we saw body language wise. It's going to be at least 3 or 4 weeks, I would say. I wouldn't say like 1 or 2. Berry pulled up a little bit. Webbie said he's okay, man. Is it just the season's just been too long? I mean, you add in the World Cup players, and we just feel like things are every team, bro, in NRL wide is just falling apart. What do you account that to, bro? Just the 27 weeks? I thought even like the 27 weeks has been a bit too much. Yeah, what's your thoughts?
Oh, it's a different each year, bro. Each year on year, it's a different game, eh? Like when you change one rule, bro, you ultimately change the whole game. And I think how they had to have 2 feet behind the ref and stuff like that. All those sorts of things, bro. It just changes the game for fast big people anyway. But then that just creates more fatigue, and more fatigue creates more injuries, bro. That's just my point of view on it. And then I think the game's a lot faster for some reason than it was last couple of seasons, bro. I don't know if COVID played anything in any role in that, but yeah, I don't think the season's. I want the season to keep going, bro. I want it to go for another 20 weeks. But I think I think the season's long enough, bro. I think just every team's just feeling that fatigue at the moment. The game's just way quicker at the moment, bro.
Yeah,
as well. So but interesting. So I'm pretty sure I saw Berry run out, bro. In the second
I saw
half,
it too. Yeah,
last game.
I saw it run out. I was like,
he did.
He literally ran off the. I think he ran out and then he ran off the field. I don't think he played. Hey, Webbie must have said, "Hey, get some camera time in," and then jump back off.
It reminds you of like when you played rugby. I don't know if you played sport back in the day where you're useless like me, bro. But like you go to run out and then the final whistle it goes, bro. You know, if you done those all right, go. You can have a run now. You run out. No, it kind of felt like that, bro.
Yeah, I saw him on the camera.
Yeah, I saw him, bro. I was like, oh, he's not there. So interesting, bro. Who do you think slots in for Tohu, bro?
I think I said it was just like they're going to make it up as a team, just a group effort. So might start off with Barnett. I think Bunty will jump in there for a little bit. Walker Bunty, majority, yeah. That's the only way I can see it. I don't see a like-for-like replacement. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they manage it because he's very important. That especially in the offensive, bro, with the offensive structure, he's that first read, I suppose. Where he either plays the short ball or he goes out the back. So yeah, that'll be interesting, bro. I'd be interested to see that one.
I think he definitely play. He doesn't play this week, bro, but he definitely plays finals. 100% he'll play final with one leg. He'll play, bro.
He will, bro. I'm with you on that, bro. This talk around top 4, bro. This is the dialogue around the fan base, and there's the group or people that are grateful to be in the top 4. What an amazing year! We've had an amazing run, and then you've got your fans that are kind of being even more harsher. We're not gonna, this isn't gonna be finals. This isn't good enough for winning a premiership. Do you think it's one or the other, or it's okay to have both? Like, what's your thoughts, bro?
Oh, like in hindsight, bro, it's okay to have both. But my personal opinion, I'm like, man, look, we're playing finals. Like we ain't betting off for the wooden spoon. Like we're there, man. I think let's just be present and let's just embrace the moment of where we are now, because it's been some dark years. So I'm that guy anyway. But my son, he's 15. He's like, oh no, we should be pumping, doing way better. And I'm like, Dad, I'm like, come on, son. But he's that type of kid though. At the same time, bro, when he's having a kai on the table, he's looking at what everyone else is eating instead of eating what he's eating, And that's what I think about some of these fans. Like, just eat your kai in front of you, and then you can eat other people's kai. You're like, don't move on just yet. Just eat your kai and be appreciative for your kai, and then you can have someone else's kai. But I think we just need to be present, bro. We just need to embrace the moment, man, and just be a part of the moment. Otherwise, the moment's going to go really, really quick.
Yeah.
And it's good to think ahead, bro. And it is good to think like, want to win it, we want to win it. But let's just be in the moment. That's my personal opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I mean, analytically, bro. I see possibilities of winning a premiership. I really do. I think, well, if this Luai drops out, well, there's a little opportunity. So you do plan ahead, and you see maybe brick walls that you can't get past. But that could change, bro. Like you said, just be in the moment of every week. Man, I'm so pumped about that week of finals. As soon as that last game is played on the Sunday this week, man, I just cannot wait. That whole week's just going to be a vibe, bro. I'm just going to enjoy every moment and embrace it. So, I'm with you, bro. Just really grateful, happy. But yeah, at the same time, hey, it's okay to want more. But yeah, like you said, bro, look at your plate first. Enjoy that kai first. Finish your plate. Hey, then you can have your seconds and your thirds. Okay, bro. Embrace them. Taste your food, eh? The kids these days, bro, they're on their phones. And, taste your food, can you taste what you're eating? Far out. Yeah. Bro, I want to hit you up about finals intensity. I want to be honest about this. And do you think we have 4 good games in us? Say if we lose week 1, then you got to go 2, 3, and 4 to win a premiership. Or ultimately, we want to hit that first game with everything to get the week off, and then we ultimately play 3 games in the finals. I'm really thinking about this because I actually genuinely believe it's how we play it that will determine how we end up. And I think if we did go for 3, we could probably win the comp, bro. 4 might be pushing it. What's your thoughts, bro? Chuck that one out there for you.
Oh, that's a big question, bro. Oh, that's a juicy question. Yeah, I think we've definitely got the players to go for. And what scares me about having a week off is every time we've had a bye this year, bro, or the week after, we've dropped a bit of intensity, bro. We've dropped a bit of, I don't know what, we've just lost a bit of momentum. And I feel like I just would hate for that to happen, though, that we got that bar, and then because but I'm sure again Webbie's probably looking into that, and the coaching staff are probably looking into that. I honestly think, bro, that we've got the mindset of players to go for, to win for, and and I'll get the likes of they're crucial players as well, like Wade Egan, bro, for example. I've liked Wade Egan since first watched him play a couple of years ago. A lot of the bros weren't too keen on Egan, bro. They're like, eat us, Egan, bro, with that no-look pass. He's not sucking anyone in. But for me, bro, I was like, nah, he's 2 steps behind of where he needs to be. Like, his mind knows what he needs to do. His body's just not there yet. And I think that's what we're seeing now. His body's caught up. So, but he's got that mindset, bro, of at 79 minutes when the boys were getting pumped by 40 points, he was the guy still trying to chase down the fox, bro. You ain't going to catch the fox. And they're getting pumped, and he's still trying to get him. So we've got that kind of mindset. We've got that Tohu mindset. Aiden got his mindset, bro. He just wants to win, bro. That dude just wants to win. If he's going to have an all-you-can-eat, he's eating all-you-can-eat. SJ as well, his mindset, bro. And Chance, bro. And those guys are in real crucial positions. And they make up the spine. So that's why I say we've got the players, and I think we've got the mindset. I feel we would be a better 4 if we had 4 games, bro. That's just my personal opinion. 3 would be good, though, to give them a rest, especially the likes of Tohu and a couple of boys carrying injuries. But, I like this to see it. What do you think, bro?
4 makes sense, bro, from a Warriors perspective. We've always been a team that has a roll on. I mean, you look at the 2011 was a perfect example. Kempy had an interesting point, though. He reckons we ran out of puff in that grand final. Probably, bro. I don't know. But I think we've got enough in us, and experience-wise, I think there's... the 2011 for me was a little bit lucky now that I reflect upon it. At the time, I was like, whoa, this is the best team ever. But if you look at our run, it was kind of...
it was lucky. Yeah.
It was lucky, bro. It was kind of... But it was the meanest. Those are the meanest 2 games I've ever watched, bro. The Tigers and that Storm game was insane, bro. Best 2 games
Storm
ever,
game.
Right?
Oh, bro, that and that grand final too. Like I was just like a forklift driver, bro, at this warehouse, and this guy was a manager was my mate, and he was a hardcore Manly supporter, and I was a hardcore Warriors supporter. And he was like, man, Toyota, because they had the Toyota Cup. Remember the Toyota Cup, bro?
Yes.
Under 19s, I think it was. Yep. Well, he said, bro, there was this old guy that was going for a tender for all the Toyota forklifts for our business, bro. He was this old guy, old business. He was a manager. And my mate was like, man, we should just go and get him some bourbon and go, hey, can you get us tickets to the grand final? Bro, I had box seats next to like Matty Johns and them's
Are you
corporate
serious,
box, bro. Like I was at the yeah, bro. I was in the corporate box, bro, for that game, and I was like with all these executives, bro. And Joshy just rocked up because you couldn't buy any Warriors stuff either, bro, because it was all sold out. Everyone was there, so I just like drew this T-shirt, bro, like this New Zealand Warriors 2011 winners. I just drew on a T-shirt, bro, and I was with all these executives, bro. They had like suits on and stuff, and Joshy's got this T-shirt.
That's mean. That's a mean,
yeah, bro. So, yeah. So I got.
That tells you something about it. Just ask a question, bro. You never be afraid to ask. You never thought you
never know, bro. You only got to get no. Go and hop back on your forklift. That's it. Go move those pallets. That's all.
Get on your fork out. Get your pallets out. Who do you think you are? Get on your pallets out. Oh, crack up, bro. Nah, that's a good one, bro.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, off the. Yeah.
No.
Sorry, bro. Go back to the question. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Fall makes sense for us. A week off. I've seen that too many times now. The intensity just does drop off. Bro, just want to jump into, I suppose, matchups now, if we can. Look, it's a tricky one this week. I mean, Brisbane are pretty clear on resting their players. Melbourne are pretty clear on resting their players. So it's interesting to see where we will finish up, because I think if Melbourne win, they go ahead of us. Well, I think they would. If I'm looking at this thing now, so they're on 150. Oh, if we lose, yes, sorry. If we lose, they go ahead.
Yeah.
Because they got the better points differential at the moment. They're on 158. Now, if we win, obviously we stay in third. Bro, how do you see this? How do you want to play this out? Do you want to go for that Panthers matchup, or you sit back and maybe go for the Broncos if the Broncos win?
I think we beat Penrith, bro, before we beat Brisbane.
Yeah.
I think I just feel we'll beat Penrith, bro. I don't, especially if Rommy's out, Jerome's out, bro, then yeah.
Yep.
And I just think the speed at the moment of the Broncos, I don't know I think we can match it, but I think it'll just be a real big challenge for us. But I think if we went to the big dance, bro, and had to play the Broncos in the final, I'm more confident that we'll beat them in the final. If that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, no, bro,
we lift, and I think.
Yep. I was thinking about it. I was watching Walsh, bro. Just that speed, attacking that left edge of the Raiders. I was thinking, I'm not being mean to our guys, but it's like,
I hate that guy, bro. Must be terrible waking up and looking like that every day, eh, bro? Like, poor thing.
Yeah.
Terrible, bro. I feel for him, bro.
I feel for the guy. But that speed he's got, bro. I don't think we can cope with that, eh? But like I said, like I agree with you. If you made it to a final with them, you definitely can. What I like about Penrith, and I shouldn't be saying you like what they, but they actually play more up and down. Like I think we struggle with the likes of Walsh, where they're moving laterally. I think we would quite struggle with a lot of that pace. Whereas I like Penrith would be more, set structured plays, which we can defend quite well when teams are playing like that. And especially Luai out would be even better. Not to say we would win. They got that experience. But I think, bro, I think we've got a bit of experience too, eh? Like I know they talk about finals experience and Origin experience. I was like, bro, we've got players that have been in these moments, especially Walker.
Yeah, we've got players that have been there.
Yeah.
Tohu, Chance.
Yep.
Bro. SJ.
Yeah,
we've got players, bro. Well, Webbie, bro. Webbie, right?
Yep.
Like he's been there the last couple of years, bro. So. Yeah, no, we got experience. Who told you that? No.
Oh, I don't know. Those bloody Aussies. That's all they talk about. Bro, I want to get to this chat. We had this chat when when we started talking was about this Webby meeting that you had, and I think maybe as the season got on, you shared with me that you actually caught up with Webbie. Bro, tell me what that was, how that was, and how that kind of changed your or gave you a view as to what the season would be like and the Warriors moving forward.
Yeah, bro. That was cool, man. It was on New Year's Eve, bro. So how it goes, bro, is that my son's best mate, his dad's dad used to be neighbours, bro, with Webbie, bro. So pretty tight, pretty close. That's actually how it was. And anyway, my mate, my son's mate, his old man, always plays jokes on me. We play jokes on each other as you do, bro, when you're mates. And it was New Year's Eve, and I had a pretty good evening, bro. I was feeling a bit happy, and he said, "Oh, Josh, just on the phone to Webbie, bro." And I was like, "Oh yeah, Webbie who, bro?" He goes, "Oh, Webbie, mate. Coach of the Warriors, mate." I said, "No, it's not, bro." You don't know who you're talking to. And he was like, "Yeah, man, mate, talk to Webbie, bro." And I got on the phone. Oh, bro, I'm so embarrassed to say it. He got on, and I was like, he got on. He was like, "Hey, going, mate? It's Webbie. Just wanted to thank you for all your support for the Warriors over the years." And I was like, "Oh, piss off, man! This is you, Mike." Yeah, bro. Because you're as ugly as he is, bro. So yeah, sure, bro. This is you, Mike. And then, bro, my mate was like, "Josh, it's actually him, bro." And I was like, "Nah, come on, man." Anyway, I let it go for a little bit longer, bro, like mucking around with him and stuff, bro. And go, oh yeah. So since you're the coach, what are you looking to do with the team and all this stuff? And then I don't know, bro. Just it went a bit dark, like the conversation. He got a bit angry, I think, bro. And I was like, "Oh no. Shit, it is Webbie, bro." Oh no. And I was like, "Oh no." He got a bit angry, bro. Like, through a few words of like being disrespectful and stuff, bro. And I was like, "Oh no." I said, "I'm so sorry, man." Because I said my mates are always playing jokes on me. We play jokes on each other. I honestly didn't know it was you. And he was like, "No, that's okay, mate." Anyway, he said, "So they said you might have a couple of questions for me." And I was like, "Man, couple questions? How long you got? How long have you got, bro?" And he said, "Oh, well, I've just cracked open a couple of beers, so let's have a chat." And I was like, "Yeah, sweet." So we talked about, like, because I said the same thing. I said, "Webbie, like, man, you're up against it, man. You've come and like we just talked about before. You were with the Panthers, and then you had the World Cup training, and then Christmas and all this sort of stuff." And I said, and the Brown brothers aren't too good on the old Christmas diet, bro. Like they are going to eat everything, So what are you sort of doing? What are you sort of doing about that, bro? And I said, "Look, I don't want to be racist or anything, man, but we're not really used to listening to little skinny ringer fellas. So like we're not really." Like, you got to be like a real tough guy for us to listen to. So what have you sort of done? But he just said, "Man, I've come into the team at like the right time, and these boys, they want to win. Like, the team wants to win." So the leadership group have all got together, and Hayden just said, like, "I'm going to make a commitment." They all made a commitment, and they're like, "Okay, cool." They told the wider team they're going to make a commitment. And he said, and they are. And he said, and the proof's going to be in the pudding when you see their photos after, when we start preseason training. He said, "I'm fairly confident that they'll come back." And he said, "I put the onus on the boys." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." I was like, "Okay, this is going somewhere, Webbie. This is going somewhere." I was like, "What about like defensive patterns and stuff like that?" And he just said, "Yeah, Josh, I think what we don't do is we don't reinvent the wheel. Like, it's the talent is here, man. The potential is here." And he said, I've been with the Warriors before, and so I know how important culture is. And he said, and being with the Panthers boys, he knows how important the culture is, like especially the Samoan, Tongan, Rarotongan, Fijian, Maori, all the Brown brothers, how important culture is to them. And he said, so that's something that we're really embracing. And I just said, "Oh, God, I kind of have heard these kind of answers before." And I think just what solidified it for me, man, is he just said, "I think we don't make it like we make it really simple. Attack is simple, defense is simple. it's the mindset of these boys that I've got to get them around. And I said, I told him, I feel we make the top 8. And Webbie just said, we just win one game at a time. That's all I'm focused on, is one game at a time. And bro, because like, let's be honest, bro, no one knew who Andrew Webster was, bro, before the season started. Like, everyone knew who Cameron Serraldo was, because he was the assistant coach. Then he had an assistant, which was Webbie, bro. And I remember, because when I was getting smart to Webbie, bro, I was like, oh yeah, Webbie, hey, the only thing you coached, mate, wasn't it the Cincinnati Wildcats over in America or something? And I think that's when he got him angry. That's what. Because he was, bro. Like, he was like.
No, he was in the US. Yeah, he was in the US. Yeah,
he was in the US, bro. And like, I was like, come on, man, you haven't done anything, man. Did you even play NRL? And like, yeah. And then when I realized it was actually him, I was like, oh damn, this is so embarrassing. But yeah, no, there was just his answers, bro, and the way he was approachable, I just knew that, yeah, this is gonna be a good year. He's gonna get the best out of these boys, bro, out of these young men. He's gonna get the best out of them, bro, and that's what he's done. That's what he's done, bro.
Nah, bro, he is. Bro, go back onto that point about simplicity, eh? Like, if you do think about it, like, I know there's intricacies that I try to analyze, and but I suppose at the end of the day, it is still very simple methods or systems, but the boys apply themselves to it. Like, nah, that's awesome cordial, bro. I didn't know about that first part because you only shared with me about the serious convo. I didn't know you were. That puts a whole new spin on it. We need to get on a phone call with you and Webbie again, bro, just to kind of air that out of it.
Oh, no, bro. Yeah, I'll just be like, no, it wasn't me. It was my mate, man. Yeah, being a funny guy. But, yeah, and a couple of things that really got me, I was watching their, in preseason, bro, when they were doing their meetings and stuff like that. The boys have all got diaries, bro. They're all writing stuff down. And I was like, man, I've never seen that before. Like, I don't think I have anyway. And then there was a game, bro, where Kossi was like second or third game. I remember he got to score a try, but he wrapped the ball in two hands, bro. And I was thinking, man, if that guy has been told to do that, you can work your way back and realize that everyone else has been nailed the basics. You know, if he's doing that, then you'll know that everyone else is doing those basics and playing simple but basic, but perfected those basic football, bro. And so that got me really excited. Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
I love the way he speaks too, eh, bro. Like you would have known. You probably were the first one to hear him speak. Actually, if you think about it, in a way. No, but like he actually, he's very clear. He doesn't lie, bro. The dude doesn't lie. You know when you know a coach is lying to you, you're just like, oh, just shut up.
Hard, bro. Yeah.
Oh, Kearney, bro. I just used to get sick of Kearney and Brown, bro. I was just like, nah, I can't hear this anymore. You can't spin it, What's those idioms they keep chucking in their little what's the sentence breaker or whatever it is. Kearney had his, I forgot what it was. Yeah. And Brown was the same. I was like, man. Yeah.
I'd say that, bro. Kearney is. I thought he was one of our better coaches, bro. I do. Yeah. I know that a lot of people hated him for what he probably looks back at his time now and goes, oh yeah, I could have done better. But he got our first Dally M, bro. He took us to a final. We had a top try scorer. He was just a bit too. I don't know, hard's the word, but did I tell you when I got to talk to them, bro? The 2020 Warriors before the Newcastle game. Oh yeah. No, it's actually a long story, bro. But I got to go up and give them a motivational speech, bro, before they went and played the Newcastle game. Just because when I was when I was sick, and had my heart surgery and all that sort of jazz. But but it's actually quite a beautiful story, actually, and probably my most memorable Warriors moment. But I'll just quickly go on, bro. When I was having heart surgery, I had to go in for emergency heart surgery, bro. They had to do some stuff in here, and anyway, when I'd gone in, I'd come back out of recovery, and And before that, bro, Cameron George, the CEO, had been keeping in contact with my wife probably every second week, bro, before my surgery. Like, he didn't have to do that, bro. He doesn't even really know me, but he would message my wife and like send photos of the boys, like giving a thumbs up, thinking about you, Josh, and he'd bring my wife. And at first I thought like, man, something's going on here. Like, do I need to go and jab Cam in the face but no? Then I was like, no, actually, it's quite nice. And bro, and he was messaging my wife anyway. I'd gone in for surgery, bro, and I'd come out and I was in recovery, the cardiac unit, in ICU. And my mate came in and he was like, oh, bro, I'll show you this video. And I was like, oh, because my mate, he's got, like, his videos are quite rude, bro. And I was like, bro, I haven't got time for your stupid, rude videos, bro. And like, I'm just had heart surgery. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm nearly dying, bro. And,
oh, no, he's just trying to pick your heart up. He's just trying to pick up your pulse.
See if it still goes good. And he said, "I'm gonna watch this video." And at the time, I could see my wife was just outside, and what was happening, bro, is I had to go in for a second emergency operation, bro, surgery at that time, and I was banged up, bro. I was sore as, and I was like, man, I just didn't want to do it. And then my mate said, "No, watch this video, bro." And my wife was talking to the doctors, and I pushed play, and it was Webbie, bro. Webbie was like calling me from like his kitchen. He looked like he had his pajamas on, and he was like, "Josh, it's Andrew, it's Cameron George here, mate, from the Vodafone Warriors at the time. Yep. Vodafone Warriors, mate. I heard you got to go in for your second surgery." Like, I was like, "How the fuck? How did you know that?" I was like, "My man, how did you know that?" And he was like, "Oh, because he's been keeping in contact the whole time, bro, like hour on hour." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, keep playing." And I push play again. And he was like, "Yeah, said, mate, that, the boys are behind you, the whole club's behind you, and Josh, I want to see you at that first game when we play Newcastle. I want you to come up and want you to watch the boys run out. And that's your promise to me." And I was like, "Oh, I'm getting a bit goosebumpy." But, and I remember watching that video, bro, and my mate stopped it. And then I was like, wow, man, wow. Well, yeah, I'm ready to go back in for a second belt, man. I'm ready to go back in the fight after watching that. And throughout my whole recovery session, bro, like my whole recovery of heart surgery, I'd watch that video like pretty much every morning, bro, every day, every morning. I'd just watch it over and over.
Yeah.
And then anyway, when I got out, bro, he called me and he said, "Mate, that's Cam George." I was like, "Oh, yeah, hey, Cam. Thanks for the video, bro. I really appreciate it, man." And he said, No, don't worry about that. "Mate, I want you to come up and talk to the boys." I said, "What boys?" "The bloody Warriors, mate." I was like, "Oh, what now?" And he was like, yeah, mate. "I need you to drive up to Newcastle." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sweet. I'll come up." So he said, "Oh, but because COVID had just started." And he was like, "Oh, this COVID thing, mate, only you can come up, eh? Just you and probably a support worker or whoever, your wife." And I was like, "Yeah, sweet." So as you do, bro, I got on the phone, called all the bros.
Let's
go. Richie Morgan from Warrior Nation.
Yeah, Richie, yeah.
And Mark Carter from Ruin Hammer, bro. I was like, bro, let's go, boys. Like, we got the invite. Anyway, we rocked up, bro, and Cam's like, what the hell's going on here, mate? You brought the whole bloody partner. And I was like, "No, it's all good, Cam. They'll wait here. They'll wait here, bro. It's all right." He's like, "Oh, bloody hell. Go out the back then. Don't say anything to the boys. Don't touch them or anything." Or, Anyway, bro, I was in this room waiting to go out, and I was, Blake Green came in, bro. Shook hands, and he's a really nice guy, bro, Blake Green. And he just said, "Man, I've been following your journey, and, it's really want to thank you for sharing your journey with us. It's really helped the boys." And I'm just in a headspin, bro. I'm like, "Wow, damn, what? Well, maybe I didn't come out of heart surgery, and I'm just dreaming all of this."
You've gone over to the other side.
I've gone over, bro. I'm in heaven. And bro. And then Mooks came in and sat down, and he said, "How are you, mate?" And we shook hands and whatever, had a chat about footy. And he said, "You look a bit nervous, man." And I said, "Yeah, I am." He said, "What are you nervous for?" And I said, "Well, how do you motivate people who motivate you? Like these are like, I know I'm older than them, but these are my idols, man. Like, I idolize these guys. How do I motivate them?" And I was waiting for the speech from Muxborough, and he just leaned in and goes, "Oh, that's not my effing problem. That's your effing problem. And if they lose, you ain't coming back here." And I was like, "Oh, what?" And then, he gave me a hungy and left, bro. And then they called me into the room. Anyway, I gave my spiel, bro. Gave my speech, and got to hang out with. Gave my speech. Gave my big talk to them, bro. And then Rog got up because I just went to leave off the stage bit and just go out, bro. I thought, that's it, boys. And all the boys were like, "Yeah, Josh, yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." We were leaving, and then Rog was like, "Oh, hang on, bro. Just on behalf of the boys and on behalf of the team." And I was like, "Bro, the captain, like, he's bro, me and the bro, we're talking." And it was real good. That was probably like there's my children being born, and then there's that moment, bro. It's real close, like, for me. And that was awesome. We lost though. We got pumped by about 40 points, bro. that game. That's
the punchline there.
We got pumped, bro. That's the punchline. Never allowed back. I went to try and go on the sheds, bro, and Cam George was like, "Oh, no, now's not a good time,
COVID
mate."
now, bro. COVID starts now. Get out.
Get out.
Bro, it's funny you say that, bro, because I do, and I'm not, I think it's great to have casual fans and come on like that, in the Warriors space, bro. But for those of us that have really been with the team since. And felt what they felt, like, I could totally imagine if I was in the same situation with you, bro, it'd lift me, bro. I'm bro, it's hard to see that. Like, I love seeing stories like that about the club, and I think Cameron George has even gotten a bad rap. I feel media wise, things over that COVID period were really tough. I'm happy to see him getting his flowers a little bit, coming back. And all those guys that were involved in Rog, man, that's exciting as well. I was thinking about this, bro. I was thinking, if we ever won the premiership, and say we won it this year, like, the real fans would actually cry, bro. I know I'll just lie down and cry probably. I don't think a casual fan would. When people are crying and then at a tongue or something, and then someone's trying to get tears out, but they haven't had that life experience with that person. You know what I mean?
I just want to try and fit in.
But
bro, I think Well, I'll cry. I think if we even make the grand final, I did the last time. So and if we win, I'm with you, bro. Like, because we've seen some dark years, and me and Mark Carter from Ruin Hammer, bro, we made this selective little group, bro, because I'm being based over here in Aussie. It's tough, bro. You're in the trenches every day, bro. It's huge here, bro. Rugby league's huge here, and like everyone you see, bro, if you wearing this outfit, walking up the street, you'll get old ladies, "Oh, your team's garbage." And you'll get some little kid, bro, that's 7, "Oh, your team sucks." Whereas back home, it's probably a bit different. You wouldn't get that kind of thing. But me and Mark, we made up a selective little group that we thought, you're not a hardcore supporter unless you watch the boys get pumped by 50 points in the dark, in the cold, in the rain, and you've eaten like overpriced stale sausage rolls and then sat there right to the end and then walked out again, and then come back the next week. That's when you're a real supporter. There was only like 2 people in our club, just me and Mark. No one really wanted to join our club, bro.
It's funny. I said, I will. Bro. I've said, I'm probably not that. There's people on there that say they're the hardcore Warriors fans. Like, oh, that's cool, bro. I'm probably not in that same vein where I'm getting all the gears and stuff, but I will never, ever not watch a Warriors game. I think that Stacey Jones era is just like, you always think there's a comeback, that era. It screwed with my head because you always thought, oh, bro, we're down 36. We could get 6 tries here. We in 20 minutes.
6 minutes is a lot. Bro, I do magical things in 2, bro. So I know.
No, but like Stacey's era and that, like you felt like that you could come back from anything, bro, because you saw them do it, and I think that screwed with my head because I've always watched right to the end because I think, there's some. If we just get the 2 sets, it's just that's been a long time coming.
bro, I think even if they played like the Avengers, bro, I'd be like, oh, is it wet or is it dry when they're playing them? Like, is it a night game? But yeah, bro, I don't know. This year or this team just feels different, bro, from the 2011 team. I think maybe what you said, that we were lucky in that 2011 season. This one feels like not that we didn't earn it last time, but I feel like we've earned it. We've earned the right this time. And thing too, bro, about SJ. I remember watching SJ when he went to Cronulla, bro, and the boys. It was during that COVID period. It was just starting, and that's when remember we didn't have enough players because they were all injured for whatever reason. And we had Stacey, we had the masseuse, the physio. They were running defense, bro, on our attacking drills. Like, that's how weak we had become, bro. Like, we had no players, and I think our coach had just left. No players wanted to go. And I remember SJ, bro, they were playing up in the Central Coast, and me and Mark were watching them. And SJ, bro, was ripping into the boys like every time he scored or they scored. Or when he went to go and kick conversions, he was like giving it to the boys, you know? And oh, just, bro, I was so burning, bro. And I remember yelling out to SJ, like, bro, come over here and I'll give you a hiding. Well, he'll give me a hiding, bro. But come over here and I'll give you a hiding, bro. But yeah, and and from then I was like, bro, I'm never gonna like this guy again. And I brought some of his, he had some clothing apparel. I threw that away. I didn't throw it away. I still wear it. But I was like, I'm only wearing it when I go to sleep. Good money for it. But yeah, bro, I remember talking she used to be the masseuse for the Warriors, and I saw her at a game this year, yeah. And we were talking about SJ, and I was like, oh man, like, I've got to get over it, She was like, yeah, you got to let it go because he's going to have a really good year this year. I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. And he did, dude. He did. Yeah, he is. He's having an awesome game, bro. But yeah, sorry, bro. Sorry, I went off.
No, man, it's awesome, bro. All this kōrero, it's just good to going off of your experience with Cameron George. It's good to feel part of a club that recognizes its fans and loves its fans, and we feel the same way, And that's a really inspiring story, bro, for me, especially loving to hear it. Bro, I want to just go back into your history a little bit, bro, and your Warriors journey. Like, we've all got our origin story, is how we got hooked into it, bro. How did you become a fan, bro? And who was some of your favorite players or favorite team, favorite era, maybe?
Oh, probably my favorite, since '95, bro. Since way back when. I always liked the old school players, bro. Like Paul Simon. Remember Paul Simon, bro? Like, I always thought he was a gun, bro. He only played a couple of games, but I was sort of a fan of his. Bro, to be honest, I look at Brandy now, Greg Alexander. That guy doesn't deserve to have our jersey. He's probably one of the guys that I'm like, yeah, you don't deserve to. Even though he was a marquee signing, I suppose, and he was in a moment in his life where he needed to get out of Penrith. He's probably one that I didn't. That turned me off the team a little bit, bro. But then I came back with the likes of Gene Namu.
Gene was mean, bro.
True. Yeah. Oh, bro. Gene was mean, bro. Yeah, he was gone. And I remember thinking wow, because he's got real pretty eyes. And I remember thinking wow, all players with real pretty eyes must be good players, bro. Back at high school, bro. Wow, that guy's got. If I was lining up against someone, he's got pretty eyes. Oh yeah, man, he's got to be gunned then, Gene Namu. He's gonna be good as. Yeah. So Reece Walsh, bro. Reece Walsh. So,
I was just about to say that.
There's truth in it. But so. Since '95, probably my favorite team is that Stacey era, bro. That 2001, 2007, 2001. Yeah, that era, that Stacey era, bro. When he really started dominating, bro. And I love hearing about Aussie players like Joey talk about Stacey, saying he was the best that he's ever played against. And when you get people like that saying stuff like that, but man, he is the king. He is the king, bro. Stacey is a real nice fella too, bro. We shared some Krispy Kreme donuts once, and he's real cool.
That's so cool, bro. Oh, nothing better, actually, if you think about it. There's nothing better than sharing a Krispy Kreme donut with one of the legends, bro. That would be mean. That's a
With
good one.
Stacey Jones, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, bro. I always just seem to find myself in real awesome situations, bro. My wife was just telling me that the other day, actually. Like, Kepi, bro. Kepi, Andrew McFadden,
Yep.
at the Roosters game. I was sitting there I just had some donuts with Stace, and I was going to sit back down in the crowd just having a donut. And this dude sat next to me and was like, "Oh, you're excited for the game? Where's your beers?" I was like, "Oh, no, man, I'm just going to smash these donuts. I'm not really much of a drinker anymore," and blah, blah, blah. And we were talking about the game. I was like, "Oh, no, this guy from some bro. It was Cappy, bro." I was like, "Oh, bro. Oh, yo, what's up?" Like, let's talk about the recruitment of the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want a donut though, bro. He was kind of disappointed that I didn't have any beers. I was just having donuts, bro.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. No, hey, you're in the right place at the right time, bro. Well, maybe we need you there at all the possible games in Sydney, especially the big one, bro. You gotta be in that. You gotta have to be at that one, for sure, brother. I just wanted to jump into look, you bro. If you really think about it, you are the OG of Warriors content, creating videos about the Warriors. How did you get started in it, bro? What inspired you to do these videos? And the content you did, or started doing. You're still doing it, but you started it.
Oh yes, I just used to send videos to my mates, bro, like on Messenger and whatnot. Like if they'd be like, "Oh, there's a crack up," then they'd show someone else. So, bro, this is funny. Then they'd show someone else, and I'll be like, "Oh, it's just getting smart about the boys, about the Warriors, or getting smart about their team or whatever." And then it just sort of grew from there. And I remember I got my first viral video, bro, was about fans, like the Warriors, different Warriors fans. I don't know if you saw that one, but that's when money.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah,
bro. Yeah. That was like my first viral video. I had viral ones after that, but that's probably my favorite one. And just because I'd only made that up to send it to one of my mates, bro, and I sent it to him. He was like, "Bro, you should post this online." I was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that, bro. It's embarrassing." He's like, "No, go do it, bro. Do it." I was like, "Nah, because it's a bit fake, bro. I'm standing there talking to no one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not good at acting, bro. I just feel weird, bro." And he's like, "Just post it." So yeah, and that went viral. And then I just sort of, I felt like I had a responsibility to the universe, bro, to start sharing the good word of the Warriors, bro. I felt like that was my calling in life, bro, to do that. And funny, bro, because before Johnny Tuivasa-Sheck went back to New Zealand, I was talking to the media team at the Warriors, and I was going to do a bit of work. Then, one of the guys got back. He's like, "Oh, man, we got a guy, Johnny Tuivasa." I was like, "Oh, damn that guy, man. He's real good, too. He's so good." Damn him, man. I had in my head, I was like, "Yeah, Best Foods Mayo for life, bro. I'm going to get so much Best Foods Mayo. It's going to be awesome." Then, we got Johnny coming back. "Oh, damn. Yeah, he's good as too. He's real good." Yeah. So, bro. And then I just continued from there, and I think I became more passionate, bro, when people started rubbishing the team. I think that, like, especially over here in the Aussie media, bro, they will, like, when the boys were coming first in 2018, we're at the top of the ladder.
Yep.
They would cut out, and they'd go from second down, bro.
Yeah.
They would cut out the first team, so they wouldn't put us there. And that would make me angry. And I remember that same year, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And Ben Eichen used to run NRL 360, and I saw him at this event, bro, and I hit him up, man. Yeah, and I was like, "Dude, you know what's with not talking about the Warriors?" And he's like, "Oh, no, well, we do." And I said, "No, we're coming first." And I said, "The week before we played in Perth, we sold out in Perth. We sell out there every year. We sold out here in Gold Coast. So why are we not talking about the Warriors?" And he was like, "Oh, I just don't think we've got the fan base." And I said, "Man, I made this number up. I was like, mate, there's 1.6 million New Zealand passport holders in Australia. Like, this is an untapped market." And he was like, "Is there really?" In my head, I was like, "No, I think it's more like 200,000. But yeah, 1.6 million sounds way better."
That's half the population of Australia.
Yeah, bro. Joshy just throwing out numbers. And then yeah, he was like, "You're right, mate. We don't actually talk much about them, do we?" I said, "No, it's an untapped market, mate." And I think when you look at the teams, I just look at we're at this tournament for young people. I said, you look at that kid's name. His name's Sione. Okay, it's not John Smith. It's Sione. Like, and I started going through all of the Islander names and the Maori names that were there. And I said, so they're predominantly going to be either Warrior supporters or they've got a link to New Zealand. So you need to be talking about them, And it's like, oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I never thought of that. And I got a message from their, so I made a video about it. And I put up this video and I got a message from another guy that worked in the studio. And he said, hey, man, Ben Eichen came in and had a meeting when he got back on Monday. He's obviously listened to what you said. Like, yeah, damn. I was like, yeah, I'm watching the show. Bro, nothing. They didn't even think about the Warriors again. But anyway. This is my moment. Oh, this is my... Oh, damn it. Yeah. But no, yeah, bro, that's what drives me to keep going is, just in getting rubbished all the time. Yeah, get a bit emotional.
It's quite interesting, bro, because you actually, if you think about it, that style of content too is all over TikTok right now and all of that, bro. What do you think of the content space now? How it's kind of transformed into a lot of what you were doing pre-TikTok and all of that space, bro?
Yeah, damn, I feel so old now on pre-TikTok.
No. Sorry.
No. Yeah, bro. When you had your Commodore 64.
Sorry, they came out real like you're old. Damn.
Yeah,
like Kevin Hart. Bro. Damn.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I'm 60 years old. Oh, yeah. Well, bro, I think I love the content at the moment. It's because it's all positive for the club, and I just it probably could. I don't know. It needs to be new. Not newer is the word, but it needs to evolve. I think that's probably the word that's what I needed to do, and I suppose, and that's what they've just done. They've just evolved, and they'll evolve again. But I love it, bro. I love it. There's those two Māori fellas, bro. I think they're up in Gold Coast. They do
the
like
sideline,
Have you seen them, bro? And they
yeah.
It's that's it, bro. Yeah, they're a crack up, those dudes, bro. Because that's I think what I like about it is that's natural. That's exactly how fans sort of react. Bro. We do anyway. So I love it. And hopefully, Johnny, two of us, a shit starts getting back on. That guy's a gun, bro. He's so good, bro. Have you seen those dancing movies, dancing videos?
No, he's talented, bro. Yeah,
he's so talented, bro. Bro, you've got a cool brother. Look, that's enough, man.
Just your brother is enough. Just hang out with your brother. Don't do anything. That's cool enough, bro.
Don't be cool too.
Bro, I wanted to hit you up about the response to a losing, like, the majority of, I suppose, your content has been in a period where we've been losing, and now it's like a winning time. What's the difference in terms of like which content, I suppose, is better, more reaction? Is it the positive or is it the kind of the negative type spin? What's your?
I was talking to my bro the other day about it because he was like, bro, what? You haven't released content for a while, bro. And I was like, yeah, because we're winning, bro. I'm so used to like us not winning, and I'm gonna try and pick everyone back up again. We're like winning now. We're winning really good, and But I think it's better. It just creates another space for a whole lot of other creators, bro, to sort of start creating, and like it opens the doors for them, and which I think is real awesome, man. And again, it only benefits the club, bro, and it only benefits the players and the team. So no, I think it's awesome, bro.
Bro, I was gonna hit you up about
like. Does that answer your question, bro?
Yeah, no, that does, bro. I was gonna hit you up about like. Where are you at as a Warriors fan in terms of like we've been through 28 seasons now, all different parts of life. Do you feel like you kind of like I'm loving the team, but maybe I'm just getting old. I'm a little bit tired too, but I'm just like I'm enjoying it. But you're so seasoned in the Warriors that I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that question, but yeah, what type of where are you in terms of your energy and not passion's always strong, but yeah, even passion, bro, about the club right now.
I'm getting tired. Oh, it's only because it's new, bro. It's only because it's new. It's a
Yeah.
new. I'm trying to find a new energy, bro. Normally, like I said, I'm normally just defending them all the time, and now I'm still defending them. But
Yep.
yeah, normally I'm just trying to look strictly at the positives, and then I'm battling between and look, like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Some of our worst haters are our own. Used to be our own supporters, bro, and
Yeah.
some of our supporters they're ruthless, bro. And,
Yeah.
bro, they were like oh, bro, I was just thinking about it the other day. There was a guy that I was having a chat with. I made a video about the Warriors when we were losing, and then he was like, "Oh, I hate them, and all this and all this," and then I said to him, "Bro, don't worry, bro. We're gonna strike gold soon. We're gonna strike gold soon." He's like, "Strike gold." So, bro, that yellow thing you need to be worried about is your yellow teeth. And I was like, "Oh, damn, man. Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on, bro. Why you gonna be personal?" But they are ruthless, bro. But on the other hand, they're real passionate. If you're doing well, and I think I'm gonna sound bad probably saying this, but that's a lot of our supporters and a lot of our codes, bro. And I'll tell it all. If you're well, if you're good, you're good. And if you're not winning, then you're that fella from Nigeria. You know what I mean? You're not from here.
Yeah.
Take your UFC belt and go somewhere else. You're not from here.
What did Stacey say? He said about the when they're losing, they're from was it Auckland, and then if they're really bad, they're from Penrose. Are you saying the face to face with Vonnie? Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good little interview, actually.
Yeah, that's where I see it, bro. I just think the Warriors supporters are really, really good. They're really, really harsh, bro. They're harsh.
Bro, I was I suppose I just wanted to check out because I mean I'd seen your content and then even myself I've been offline, social media and stuff like that, and actually kind of meeting up with you on Insta and all that, and seeing the the stuff you're doing out in the country now. How long have you been out in the country, bro? And how's that lifestyle for you, bro?
Oh, bro. How long have I been here for? 3 years, bro. When I was in hospital, bro, I just made a list of stuff that I wanted, I wanted to do, as you do, bro, when you're faced with death. And like one of the first things I wrote was I wanted a tractor, bro. So I bought a tractor. Yeah, we didn't have a farm or anything. We didn't. We lived in this like right in the suburbs, bro, in this new estate. And my wife was like, "What the frick, man? What's going on here, mate? What medications you on, mate?" If you'd seen my house before, bro, you'd be like, "Oh, bro, you don't bring tractors around here." But yeah. So we we sold, bro, and I was like, "Oh, let's just sell the house, babe. Let's just sell the house." She was like, "No, mate, we're right in the middle of a pandemic, mate. You can't just go selling the house." I said, "No, sell the house. I want to get a farm." So, yeah, bro, moved out. So I live just outside of Bathurst. The Bathurst 1000, where the car races and stuff. Yeah, I live just outside of there, bro. Out on some land out there, and it's interesting, bro. Because when I got here, I was like, "Oh damn, like, tank water." Oh damn, like what happens? What happens if power goes out? Or oh well, what like I've got animals and like I brought some cows and some goats and a horse, and some alpacas, bro. Got some ducks, some chickens, bro. And I'm not a animal dude, bro. And I'm like, bro, I don't know what to do with all of these animals, bro. Like I brought some Highland cows, bro. They're the ones with the long hair.
Yeah.
The Highland. Have you seen those ones with the big horns and they got the long hair? They're real hairy. And I didn't even know they were called a Highland cow. I thought they were called a yak, bro. When I went to buy it, when I went to buy this cow, bro, I turned up with a box trailer to get a cow, bro. That's not what you turn up. You're gonna turn up with something else, bro. We went and because my wife had a Mercedes car, and she wanted to go buy some sheep, bro. And we turned up in the Mercedes car, bro. And I was like, as soon as we rocked up, I was like, oh man. The farmer came out and was like, mate, where you gonna put the sheep? And I was like, oh, yeah, nah. Probably should have thought of that before we brought the car out. So yeah, it's been a real culture shock, bro. Real big change, eh? Real, especially out here. There's like snakes and like big spiders and like just heaps, and that's just not me, bro. So I just have got to adapt to having snakes and stuff floating around, and yeah, it's been an interesting ride though, bro. I love it. I do love it because I just go fishing out the back of my place, or you know, sometimes I like just even like this morning, bro. I woke up, got out of my undies, just driving some golf balls, bro, out into the paddock because I can, bro, because there's no one around. Drive golf balls out there, yeah. Just I've set up like little barbecues all around my property, so I'll just go there, light a fire, have a barbecue. Probably the interesting thing is no, like the internet at the moment. Just hoping my neighbor doesn't come back. He's going to realize I've hooked into his Wi-Fi, and hopefully he doesn't turn his Wi-Fi off, because then that will end the podcast, bro. It's cool, bro. It's cool. It's really cool. I'm enjoying it. Really good for my children as well. This is the closest I'll get to raising them in Aotearoa, bro. So yeah, it's cool.
Where you from back home, bro? What part are you from?
Oh, I grew up in Rotorua, bro. I went to high school in Rotorua, then I went to uni in Hamilton. But my whānau is originally from the East Coast, bro. A place called Omao.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're originally from there. Yep. Same place that Wairangi's from. Wairangi, Clinton Taupi, they're from there. Maisie Rika, she's from there.
Wow,
so So I'll probably just named half the population from our little town, but
that's pretty good for that population size.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And there's Taika Waititi, Josh Gage. He's a filmmaker as well. Taika's Samoan now, though, eh?
What's that Apanui, eh, bro? Is it whānau Apanui out those ways?
That's it, bro. Te whānau Apanui. Yep, that's it, brother. Yeah. That's it. Te whānau Apanui, bro. That's me. That's yeah, bro. That's how iwi. But you know, I went to high school in Rotorua, and I moved over here. Oh, bro, about like 20 years ago.
Yep.
Moved over, and yeah. Have you heard of Mount Druitt, bro?
Yeah. That's
like
Penrith.
Drill rappers talk about Mount Druitt, yeah, Penrith, like Bam Bam Tui buses, yeah. So I moved there.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah. Unless you've been there, yeah, bro. It's like probably like a better upper class, because I grew up in Papakura for a little while, so it's like a little bit better than Papakura, probably. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah.
No, that's mean, brother.
No, I do.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah. What,
Where
bro?
you from,
What was
bro?
it? I'm from. Well, I grew up in Auckland, bro. West Auckland, yeah. But I've been living in Hamilton for a few years now. My wife, she's from Hamilton.
Oh, do you live in Hamilton now?
Yeah. We live here, bro. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Bro, I had my best years in Hamilton when I went to uni at Waikato. I had my best years, bro, were in Hamilton.
Oh, man.
That was the coolest back in the College Hall days. I was up at College Hall. And do you remember a nightclub called the Fat Lady's Arms, bro? Or the Alamo? Or were you too young?
Might be a little bit too. Yeah. I know the Loaded Hog. I think that's the one here. I never went, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Loaded Hog just around the corner from there. But yeah, I used to be a bouncer back there back in the day at the Alamo, bro. And you had to be 21 to buy alcohol way back when I was a young fella. And me and my mate I think we were only 17 at the time, bro. We were the bouncers. Me and my mate Mira. And when they finally we were the bouncers on the door, bro. We got into a fight there one night, and the owner just said, "Oh, like you guys want to work security?" We were like, "Yeah, sweet, yeah, we'll work security." So yeah, he never asked us how old we were until they changed the legislation to 18. We're like, "Yay!" He said, "What are you happy for?" We're like, "Because we just turned 18." So yeah, we're bouncers there, bro.
Oh, crack up, man. Nah.
I've Hams. Awesome place.
Yeah. Nah, it actually is.
You're going to get to the game, bro, if they play next week? Are you looking to go up?
Oh yeah, bro. I'll be going to the Auckland one, whatever it is. Are you going to the Sydney? Well, Panthers, you'll be out there surely. No doubt you will be there.
Oh,
If it's that blue bet.
I'm flying in. I'm flying home, bro, on next Friday. So
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping that they play at Mount Smart. Yeah, I'm going to that game, bro. Now, bro, it might never happen again, bro. So
no, I'm talking about next week.
So
after this week, are you going to go to if it's at Panthers, the week 1? Will you go to that one?
Nah, I've already booked my tickets. I booked my tickets to fly home.
Sorry, yeah, gotcha.
Like ages ago, I was like, no, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Yeah. So either way, I'll be home anyway.
Bro.
Otherwise, I would have gone Panther Stadium, but Panther Stadium, bro. Like I would be so disappointed if I supported that club. That is a cuckabum stadium, bro. Like, for a team that's won back to back NRL premierships, brother. Straight up, we've got like the local Tony Wharo, like back in Hamilton, bro. They've probably got a better clubhouse, bro. Like a better sporting ground. It's shocking, bro. It sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard they're getting some more money to pay for it. I think they're trying to upgrade, the Panthers. But yeah, I went there once back in 2010 or 2011. It was pretty bad, eh? No, it was.
Yeah, it sucks, bro. It's terrible. One of my real good mates, bro, James Tahuna. He's their wrestling coach, bro. Yeah, he's their wrestling coach, and I've gone to watch them train a couple of times, and I've gone to stay at his place, and I was hitting him up because did you see Sonny Luke, bro? That tackle that old Sonny Luke. Because I hit up the bro, I was like, bro, what have you been? What tackles have you been landing, bro? What tackles have you been landing, bro? That's an interesting.
Share anything, bro? Technique. Anything on your mind right now? You can share with me. Oh, that's gold, bro.
Yeah, but no, I think back to the Warriors, bro. I think we beat Penrith. I think we've got more chance of beating Penrith than we have beating at the moment. We go to the big dance though. I think we beat the Broncos, bro.
No, I'm with you, bro. Bro, I will catch up with you definitely at that round 2, week 2, wherever it is, bro. We'll meet up there for sure, and we'll catch up then. Okay, guys, that wraps up that podcast. Thanks again, bro. Love you, bro. Love your work, and I appreciate your time.
And love you too.
We will keep in touch, and like I said, we'll catch up week 2 and keep on the messages. Just thanks for sharing your time, and appreciate this, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. All good, guys. That wraps up the Wires Up podcast. We'll catch you guys next week after the Dolphins. We'll do the preview and review next week. Next week as well, bro. I'm going to do something called 5 Live. We're doing 5 nights of IG lives. So we'll try to get Josh on if you got a spare time, bro. One of those nights. If you're around, you want to jump on, have a call. I'd love to get you on. We're trying to do 5 nights of just building up for that first game. Get as much called or thoughts out, feedback from everyone. So that'll be exciting, bro. But yeah, man. Thanks again, brother. And we'll catch you up, brother.
Peace. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. Ka kite.